I love what the psalmist says in Psalm 139, verses 17 and 18. It says, "How precious to me are your thoughts, O God. How vast is the sum of them. If I would count them, they are more than the sand. I awake and I am still with you." About 11 and a half years ago or so, I remember being in the hospital when my wife was in labor with our first child. And it seemed like an eternity for me, and I can imagine even that much worse for her as she was going through the pains of labor. But after it was all said and done, they took this little child and they wrapped her up in a blanket and they brought her to me. And I held Madison Grace in my arms for the first time. And I remember thinking how precious she was. You see, God is thinking precious thoughts about you. As precious as I thought my little girl was, it pales in comparison to how he views you. The God of the world, the creator of all that is, thinks precious thoughts about you, and not just some, but he thinks them all the time. If we were to count them, it's more than the sand. Could you imagine just scooping up one handful of sand and trying to count all of that? Well, God's love for you means that he is thinking precious thoughts about you all of the time. And here's why this matters. No matter what you're going through, no matter how difficult your circumstances are, can I just offer you some hope? You can rest in knowing that the God of the world loves you so much that even in your darkest times, he is thinking of you because to him, you are precious.